Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with the latest episode 6 of the first season. In the last episode, Hap brought another person with the help of Homer. Sure, I think he was the right one to choose between all four of them. But I also think he chose him because he was kind of angry. Pretty and Homer were getting a bit too close for his liking, so he wanted to break that friendship. Um, Her name was Renata. She also had an NDE. I think she drowned, but he didn't stop there. He took Scott to do his little experiment on him. Of course, Scott wasn't happy about it. He tried to get out of it, but yeah, there was no escape. He even told Hap that Pretty can see now. She lied to him and she's playing him. They all are. Um, and that's when, by mistake, Hap killed Scott and he seemed dead. Really dead. But Pretty and Homer started doing these movements, and maybe because of those movements, Scott came back to life and he was also healed. And he had the third movement, which is great. They need two more to be able to open this some sort of portal, which is great. I can't wait to see this episode. Anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start, so without further ado, let's do this.
Think of a line, a straight line coming across your elbow, your wrist.
Oh, we're late, dude. Doesn't have all night.
Sorry. Did I miss anything?
No, we waited for you.
2 years passed in captivity. Scott had given us the third movement. Renata the fourth.
Oh, so first were 3 years, now another two, so it means 5 years, right?
In Renata's NDE, her guardian told her one of the side effects of dimensional travel is amnesia. You could potentially forget everything from before. So we invented symbols to record the movements.
Do you want to take a break?
Is that how they got the scars? They made them themselves?
Homer has the second and fourth movement on his back. And I have the first and the third. We figure the scars are a map we can never lose. There are all these dimensions, worlds, alternate realities, and they're all right on top of each other. Every time you make a choice, a decision, it forks off into a new possibility. The NDEs were like a way to travel through them, but temporarily.
What will it look like when we open the tunnel to the other dimension?
I don't know. I've never done it.
What?
All I know is that it would be invisible. We had to have all 5 movements, and we had to do them with perfect feeling.
But you never did it.
Every movement we received, the angel hunter received as well. We were locked in a strange race with our captor. Right above us, Hap was learning each movement on his own.
But could he do anything on his own? Don't they need 5 people? Because there are 5 movements? Or they need 5 people. Each of them is gonna get one movement and that's all, but there's no need for 5 people to open that portal. Now she needs 5 people, so I don't know. I mean, maybe after he learns the movements, he can find other 4 people to do them. I don't know.
There's the guilt. Some days, don't you find guilt?
A given.
He's doing an experiment as well.
My subjects seem so united. They That's this tribalism that sustains them somehow. I couldn't help feeling outside of it all somehow.
You are on the outside. Stay there.
How do you not get attached?
I enforce turnover. Potassium chloride and into the incinerator. Here's the terrible, beautiful truth. No one cares. There is no line between good and evil. There's only what a man can stand. Runkin killed his own wife discovering the X-ray. Uncover what you can, destroy the evidence, and turn a profit before you can no longer forget how you've done it. Maybe a year and a half, and I'll be able to offer incontrovertible proof of an afterlife. Imagine the worldwide sigh of relief when I reveal that the answer to death is more life.
I think what we're dealing with maybe is not a single dimension. I think it's multiple. Now they're uncovering a technology, a movement that could allow them to travel to different dimensions, maybe even stay there. I think I know specifically where my subjects go to, maybe even what we're all a part of. I want to go there first. I could give a shit about profit. With respect, I want to taste the truth. I just want to walk out of the dark.
So, Hap is for discovery, to find out the truth. Leon is more for profit.
Cold chamber on the far wall. Open it.
Which one?
In the center, number 20.
What am I looking at?
Your forever place. I think it's purple, the same thing that was in the bathtub where August was. So maybe it is a sort of embalming fluid.
Leon, put it down. You're not gonna see.
Will we ever find the fifth movement?
One of us will get it.
And what then? What will you do with it? You and Homer will live fat, free, and happy in some different version of this world. I know you, Prairie. He'll never understand that about you. We leave tomorrow. We suspend the work. We take the first two movements, which we know can heal. We set up a clinic somewhere remote, an island maybe, and we continue the work in secret. Please. I'll take you anywhere you want to go.
I will not go with you. Platoon? We need the fifth movement. I am not your lab partner. I am not your friend. I'm your slave. You want to know what happens on the other side? Put yourself in that machine and die for it.
I'm just going to play you some sounds of where I think you may have been, and you tell me if you recognize them, all right? I knew it. You see? There was a sound. That's not a recording of your NDE. That's a recording of waves of electrons captured in plasma by a machine of great sensitivity.
The
The rings of
Saturn.
Saturn. They sing. That's where you were.
I don't know, maybe I should have said yes. In exchange for your freedom, for everyone's
Don't
freedom.
talk like that.
It's like we've reached some sort of dead end, and determination just isn't enough. And what did we think was gonna happen anyway? Show up on some other plane of reality and do what exactly?
We're gonna have a garden. Yeah. We're gonna plant vegetables.
Oh,
Buck!
what? No. That was so quick. I mean, it was only half an hour. Damn, no. So that was, I think, the officer there So what Hap was doing, he saw the prisoners, and I don't think he liked that very much. He did pull a gun on Hap, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think um, that's what freed Prairie, because somehow Homer and the rest, I think, are somewhere. I mean, she is looking for them, so they didn't escape. I don't know what's gonna happen. Either the officer, no, either Hap killed the officer, or I don't know. Maybe. So that officer has a wife that is sick, like really sick. She can move, she can talk, and he did came to help for help, but Hap said that there is no cure. He's gonna look for it, but there is no cure. Now in this episode, Hap did made a point with him, like he said that the first two movements help, I mean heal people. I was like, yeah, let's run away, you and me, and we're gonna use those two movements to heal people, wealthy people, get enough money, and continue the experiment or project, whatever he wants to call it. Now, I think what's gonna happen is that Hap is gonna tell him that he found a way to heal his wife. And if he's gonna do that, the officer is gonna, let him go. I think that's gonna happen. He's gonna use that to get out of this shitty situation that he's in. I mean, in his perspective, his experiment or project is at risk, and I think he's gonna do anything he can to continue. And I think that's the only way. Because, like, why else would they show in the last episode the officer talking about his sick wife, and now him saying that the movements can heal? Definitely he's gonna use that. Because I think that's the only way the officer, I think he has a name, but I forgot his name, honestly. But I think that's the only way his wife is gonna survive and be better. I don't know. I might be wrong. I was wrong about a lot of things. About the scars. I thought that Hap did some sort of experiment on them, and that's how they got the scars. But no, the scars made them. They did that. They did that to themselves. Homer was scratching on his back, and Prairie, I don't know. I think she used something that had copper in it, and that's why she has her scars has copper traces. Cause like, why else would there be copper in there if she did that to herself? So Homer, they got the fourth movement from Renata. It's a shame they didn't show that how, like at all. They didn't show how Scott got the third movement either, but at least we saw him die and then come back. How he died. But I mean it's okay. They need only one more. Um, Prairie tried to talk with Katoon, but she wasn't there. I don't think she's gonna get the fifth movement, but someone else. There is still Rachel that, didn't got one. The other thing that I was wrong is that they kind of, maybe they escaped to another dimension, and that's how maybe the others got stuck in there and couldn't come back. But I was wrong about that as well, because apparently they never managed to use those movements to free themselves. So now I am so confused about how exactly did she manage to escape. But she did talk a bit about these other dimensions, and I think I understand how the dimensions work in this universe OA. It's not about completely different dimensions, but it's like a dimension where you made another choice. Like, for example, in this one that there are, she chose to go with Hap, but there is another dimension where she didn't, and that's how all dimensions are. But I wonder how, like, how to explain myself, like how is gonna work if they travel to another dimension, because in that dimension there is, for example, a prairie as well. What's gonna happen to this prairie? And could there be two prairies, or one of them has to die? I mean, the other from the other dimension. I think like there are 2 more episodes of this season. I wonder if by the end of the season, the present prairie will travel, try to save Homer. Don't know why she has to travel to another dimension to save Homer. Can you choose what, if there are like an infinite numbers of dimensions? Does it matter to which one you end up in, or you can choose? I'm really curious to know. Also, apparently, there is someone else that is trying or doing the same experiment as Hap, only that he was a bit more heartless. Like, it was just an experiment. When I thought that Hap is the worst, apparently there is someone else even worse than he is. He pulled a gun on Hap and wanted the answers that Hap wasn't giving him. Try to shoot him, I mean not to kill, but to scare him. Didn't work as well, and by the end Hap managed to kill Leon. That's cool. But yeah, what an episode. Short but really interesting. Yeah. I think I'm gonna stop here. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. I will see you next time. Bye.